Ain't that just cool? Sweet. Howdy, y'all. We're going to do something I've done before, but it'll be new to a lot of folks today. Stay tuned. I think you'll like this. I'm just getting started. Hoping to show you a new way to find arrowheads and artifacts. Okay? We'll try this. I'm D.W. Verts, Hickbilly Outdoors. Be back in just a minute. I was fixing to go arrowhead hunting. I still am going to go arrowhead hunting. But before it gets real hot, I think I'm going to catch up on some chores. Because you got to catch up on chores. So we're going to do a little grass mowing. It's already getting warm. Get down to grass mowing. We're going arrowhead hunting. Stay tuned. Well, that looks a little better. Let's go do something. You try to come up with new ways to do content. I know talking in videos don't sell. I get that. Please, I have a way to, I need to explain this a little bit. And I'm kind of slow. I started doing this a little over a year ago, and I did a video like this last fall. It went over okay, but I realized I have new people watching this channel all the time, and thank you very much. Thank you for my old timers. Man, I really appreciate the channel. It's growing pretty good. It's never going to be big. I get that. I'm too old, fat, ugly, whatever. But I try to show you real arrowhead hunting, and it's hard work. That being said, I've done this video. I think I found one point. It's a hot day. I'm going to cover some new territory today. Now, the place I'm starting in, I've been here many years. It's one of my best spots, but it's been worked up some. I'm not getting in the creek, at least not on this video. Be a good day for it. 96 degrees, what we're heading for. Still rambling. We're going to be hunting road cuts. Basically, that's it, road cuts. That's where graders and maintainers have cut the road out, especially near the creeks. Well, it's always near the creeks, because one of the secrets is being near old water, because ancient man had to have, we have to have water. Our old water comes from grocery stores now, because it's not old water. So I'm going to walk, I got it, this is an eighth of a mile I'm going to look at here. It may seem a little boring, but it's public. Nobody can get onto you for it. I find stuff once in a while, but I've only done this will be the second time in 5 or 6 years, because I'm ignorant and I forget my own secrets. So please stay tuned. I'll try to make this interesting, but I know I got a lot of new people watch the channel I've never seen. And that being said, if you go back and look at some of my old videos from back, several months back to when I first started, it's how to. I try to explain more then. I'll try to do it again today. Again, with new people, you kind of got to start over if you're going to do this right. Now, we're really growed up summertime. I get that. So let's see if we can make something happen. We're going to make a shot at it. So I'll explain as I go. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. So the deal again is ancient man had to be near water. Simple. That's where you look. They lived in these bottoms, lived up on top of the mountains, on top of the hills. Some around here are mostly just big hills. But they spread their stuff everywhere. And we're looking for places where the ground's been disturbed without us having to do it ourselves. And one of the cool ways to do that is, here's a creek right up here in front of me. We're in the territories, I call it, where people lived. So we're going to try to find where hopefully the heavy equipment has moved some dirt. I would love, I think I said this in another video, I'd love to have hunted this place the first time I ever cut this in here. Because man, oh man, I bet you the stuff rolled out, because I've got one of my best spots ever is up here. I found maybe my best point ever on top of this hill. My best field maybe ever is on this other side, all within, half mile of here. So I'm going to go down here by the creek. Of course, I'm not going to hunt the creek. Everybody else hunts the creek. And it's all growed up. So that's part of it. We got to look. We got to find bare dirt. If y'all watched that video last year, I found a whole pile of debitage in one spot here. I felt like it had been scraped out of the bank. I mean, there's a whole pile, including a broken base. I'll look real quick where that was. It's changed some. I know this is boring, it's educational. That's a chunk, that's a man-made chunk right there, but yeah, it's all changed now, it's different. Maybe a piece of pottery right there. Flake, flake, flake. So it's the same spot it was last year, all through here. And I figured it had been cut out when they put in new power lines here last year. They cut all this out, so it's all grown up too much. We're gonna walk up the road a little ways. And it's Saturday, I never hunt Saturdays. Surprised there ain't already people here. There will be directly. I moved my truck about 80 yards. It's just too overgrown. It's still too overgrown. But I'm gonna look at this cut. Now again, the secret is wherever you hunt, first to be in the territories where the water is, springs, old water, not new ponds. Unless it's near old water where they dug up a dam, that's cool too. But we're looking for disturbed dirt. We're looking for places where possibly heavy equipment has knocked out or made places for points and things to wash out. Now I'm still not, my good stuff's behind me, but I want to look at this, the best stuff's behind me. I'm not even seeing any flakes or debitage here yet. But it's a process of elimination, y'all. I know I'm amazed by the simplest of things, but I've never seen, I think it's a bamboo or a cane, same difference maybe. I've never seen that here before. And it's thick through here. It's not very big. That's just interesting. I don't know. I'm sure that's what it is, some sort of bamboo. That's just weird. It's entirely possible that it's too hot to be doing this. I figured gas is so cheap, why not make a 10 or 20 mile drive and do some looking around. Now when they built this road, however many years back, I'm sure it's been a while. See what they cut through? Right there's my best fields ever. They cut right through the middle of it. Get that? So I find stuff to this day out here in the middle of the road. Debitage and flakes. There's one right there. There's a chunk right there, man-made. So, I mean, I've never found a point in this road. And they put limestone on it recently, but this is more the kind of bank we're looking at. Now I can tell y'all, when you can see, when not this time of year where the bugs carry off, that whole top here above the creek, there's debitage. I never found a point, never looked hard either. Debitage on top of the ground, it has nowhere to go. It's on top of the hard pan. So it's just a cool area. And when you're in the right spot, it makes it easier to look. There's a flake right there. Here's the first flake. Oh, that's a real, look at that, beautiful made, thin reduction flake, final reduction. That's what we're looking for, except it needs to be in the shape of a point. So I'm gonna look up underneath there and see if we can't find something. This is a hot, hot job. Been napped on. I didn't bring my pick with me, and it's pretty muddy. There's flakes right there, or there's a flake. 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 There's one. Where's that tip? Oh, look at that mud. No, that's just a flake. So we're gonna go through here real slow and careful. Okay, here's me. Me with some fake drama. Anybody catch that? I hope some of y'all been jumping up and down last minute. I hope y'all have, because I did that on purpose. Well, by gosh, look at that. There's another flake right there. Look at that, they're everywhere. There's one right there, something. I pulled that out of the ground. There's a heck, look at all this. Flake, flake, flake. Anyway, I found this a minute ago, and it's something. I've already rubbed off this part so y'all can see. Boy, look at that pretty, man, look at that flake. So, it's pretty nasty. It was stuck right up in there. To show you, I saw it, anyway, maybe right there. And I saw it, it was cleaner than that because I touched it. This is all fake this time. I saw that, and when I reached out and pulled it out, it fell, and it landed where it landed. So, and I rubbed some of it off because I was trying to tease y'all. All the time people on these videos are saying, you passed step 1 at 4 minutes and 3 seconds. I'm hoping I had somebody jumping at that. Maybe y'all saw that. Yeah, I can't tell. I think it's all there. I'm not really sure what it is. Maybe some sort of rice side notch. Wow, that didn't take very long. Made out of Burlington shirt. I'll clean it up before we're done. Look at that. And just look at the flakes. So when you're in the right areas, guys, and I'm telling you, if I could get up there without getting carried off by the bugs, I can show you flakes and stuff all the way up on top there too. So you find bare dirt. I don't care if building a house, whatever. Look at that core. Look at that. Laying right there. See, it fell out of that bank. There's a nice core. Big old flakes draw off of it. Look at that. Okay, I'm on a hunt for a Dalton. Well, probably not. Oh, would you look at that? Man, I got something in that hole, y'all, that is definitely worth looking at. But it is covered up with bees, with ground bees. I guess y'all are seeing that okay? Am I on it? No, I'm not right there. I think, I don't know. Come back with my hoe and try, that's got to be something. It's big too. I don't feel like getting stung right now. I mean, it's covered up. It's like you got a whole nest on it. I mean, it's just full of them. Them things hurt. I'll think about that. It's in there far enough. I think I may mark that and come back this fall. Look at that thing. It's got to be something. It's got to be cool. Wow. Okay. That's me being a puss for a change, ain't it? Okay, I marked that with a couple rocks, and it's straight across from that power pole. So if my stroke-wrecked brain can remember that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bees, 8 bees I can see right now. I don't know what they got going on in there, but it ain't nothing I want to mess with. So just for fun, standing here in one spot, I took about a step sideways. I picked up that many flakes, and there's still more there. I can still see more. Now the interesting thing about these flakes is, these are final reduction flakes. Those are the flakes that sharpen the points and finish the points that you never find hardly in fields or creeks. By the time they just disappear. And I took one step sideways, and so I had 8 or 9 of them. There's more right there, and more right there, and more right there. So again, it's clues at the scene of the crime. Look at them. It tells you you're in the right stuff. It makes you look harder. And you think of things as you go along that maybe I'll tell folks. You're not just looking at the cut bank where the maintainers or road graders have done the damage. You also look at your feet, like at core wall go. Stuff washes up. That's how it gets to the creek. I mean, it comes off the bank, either on the creek bank or on a road like this. It gets washed down to the creek. Hope that makes sense. So I'm on top of the hill now. I'm done with that. I'm going to go down the other bank that's way overgrown. They put some limestone. Sorry, I'm putting my sunglasses on. I'm sweating my eyes. They put some limestone on this sometime this summer. It'll wash off eventually. I have found I could fill buckets up with the debitage I found here in the middle of this road. Never have found a point, but over the years I haven't looked very hard either. So, okay, I've moved 5 miles. Place I haven't been in years. This one doesn't have quite as much of a cutout bank, but it's still got some right above a creek. Oops. I haven't been here in forever. I thought I'd give it a quick. I was close enough on the way to the next spot. I thought I'd look at it. And I have never hunted the fields above this creek. I'm not really sure why. I can, so that may be a... Come down here, washed off that last piece I found. You know, I've got one almost identical to that this spring somewhere. I'll try to find that. It's all there. Well, if it was broke when they made it. Cool. So because gas is so cheap, I've decided to come to a new place. I'm not even in my county anymore. It's amazing, 10 miles from my home, the different topography of the land and the rocks. There's no cut through on this one on this side. I'm going to go check the other side. Okay, that one was kind of a bust. There was some flakes, debitage, maybe a core going up that other side of the creek, up the hill, but just a different kind of place than mine. There was enough stuff there to show me I'm still in the right. Of course I'm in the right area. I'm in a major creek. Just quick looking at this bank here. It's a mound right above me on private property, but I think I've been to about 6 spots today. I'm gonna do one more, y'all. I'm done in. In the 6 spots I've been to, I've not yet found one that didn't have some debitage, pieces and chunks. It's cool. I mean, every one of them's had something. Just no more points since that first one. Well, folks, I'm just about done in. It's hot. This is my 6th or 7th stop. Can't even talk. This little ditch, this little creek here, I'm actually, oh golly, maybe a 1/3 of a mile from my house. You could just about see my house if a timber wasn't in the way. About where my truck's parked several years ago trapping, I found an arrowhead in the ditch. Got out, looked down, there was an arrowhead. Of course, it's a decent creek, but I've never found an arrowhead. I've hunted this thing from headwaters. It's about 4 miles long before it hits another creek. I did find a cache once of nodules that had been struck on. That's another story from the day up underneath the bluff, underneath the rock. Anyway, I thought, well, I'm almost to the house here. I took a swing, come down here, and man, I'm hot, guys. Hopefully this is making sense to y'all. I think I'm punch drunk. That sure looks like something to me. Doesn't it to you? So, crawl down in there and see what we got. We may not have nothing. May just be a rock. Well, look at that clean thing. Well, son of a buck. There you go. Well, it's supposed to work, dadgummit. Oh, if I wasn't so hot. Let me go over here and... That's actually pretty nice, I think. I think that's all there. If I can get some water here. Never found an arrowhead in this creek. It's a little bitty creek, but I find around the edges, property around it, fine stuff. Get in here without drowning. Hold on, I'm just gonna sit. I'm tired, guys. Sit down here. Would you look at that? Pretty Burlington chert. Look how pretty that thing cleans up without taking a toothbrush to it. It's pretty much all there. Well, cool. I would say that's worth this. 2 points. It's got old damage. Okay. I think that's 7 stops in 2 counties, quarter tank of gas. Luckily gas is cheap, right? So I don't know. That's just, that was the point, to come out here and show you a point. So I guess it's got a, whatever. I don't care for damage. We got over that a long time ago. So hunting right-of-ways. That's the guy. The lady owns this creek's great, but her son's a whatever. I don't get on his property anymore. He's something else. But the right-of-way is at that fence, that water gap there. So about the same, about 12 foot on either side. He'd argue the other side's closer, and I might argue it too. But as long as you stay within, whatever your county or state says, 7 to 8 foot's usually good enough. So that's about 12 foot over there. I'd say he couldn't argue that, but he's got field within 12 foot of this side. That's rambling. This works. I have to do some more of this, but I think I'll wait for it to cool. I mean, it's got some really good little bitty flaking on it. That thing's got some pretty stuff. I'm going to the house, get me something to eat, get me something else to drink. I've only drank about a half gallon of water. Thanks for watching. If this makes sense, I did good. If it don't make sense, it's normal for me. Appreciate y'all. God bless. We'll talk at you later.